Assalamualaikum. What if the most damaging thing you say to your child after divorce is not a lie, but the truth? What if the words that make you feel understood for 5 seconds create confusion in your child for 5 years? By the end of this video, you will know the one thing a father must never say to his child about divorce or the other parent. And you will learn how to protect your child's heart without denying your own pain. Look, I create content for Muslim men rebuilding after divorce. Men who are trying to become stronger fathers, better leaders, and more emotionally disciplined Muslims after one of the hardest experiences of their lives. Not because I've studied divorce from a distance, because I've lived through it. I've experienced the heartbreak. I've wrestled with all the emotions that comes with it. And I've had to learn how to separate my pain from my responsibility as a father. Look, my mission here is simple. It's to help you guys rebuild through structure, emotional control, fatherhood, and faith. Because divorce may end a marriage, but it should never destroy a father. Here's the one thing you should never do. Never make your child carry your pain about the divorce or the other parent. Most fathers don't do this intentionally. They do it when they are exhausted, when they are angry, misunderstood, when they desperately want someone to know what really happened. The problem is that your child is not the person meant to carry that burden. And when he or she does, they pay a price they never agreed to pay in the first place. So I remember a period after my divorce when emotions were still raw. Every interaction felt heavy. Every disagreement reopened old wounds and scabs. Every reminder of the past stirred something inside me. And if you have been through divorce, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You can convince yourself you've moved on. 10. One conversation brings everything back. The temptation during those moments is strong. Let me explain. You want your child to understand. You want them to know your side. You want them to know what happened, to know why you suffered. But then I realized something that changed how I viewed fatherhood. My children was never asking me to prove my innocence. They were asking me if they were safe. And those two are very big, different things. And most fathers miss this. Listen, a child doesn't hear words the way adults do. So when a father says, "Your mother destroyed everything," what the child often hears is different. Part of me destroyed everything too. When a father says, "Your mother is selfish," the child hears, "Maybe part of me is selfish." Because children see themselves as part of both parents. Half of one, half of the other. When you attack the other parent, the child often experiences that attack internally. That's the silent wound in them. And it's one of the deepest wounds divorce can create. There is one sentence that can poison a child's heart for years. It sounds like this: "Your mother is the reason our family broke," or "Your father ruined everything," or "One day you'll know the truth. You'll understand when you're older. Because of your mother or father, I suffered." You don't know what he or she did. True, these statements feel like honesty, but many times they are actually emotional dumping disguised as honesty. There is a difference, a huge one. Truth does not require unloading. Leadership knows the difference. A high-value father doesn't ask, how can I tell my children what happened? Instead, he asks, how can I protect my child's heart while remaining truthful? That's steady leadership and emotional control for a father, because your child deserves the truth. But he or she does not deserve adult emotional burden. Not the same thing. So what to say instead? When your child asks, why did you divorce? Let me give you my strong answer for this. It sounds like sometimes adults have problems in their marriage that they cannot fix together. That was between us. You did nothing wrong. You are loved and you never have to choose. My job is to love you, protect you, and be your daddy. Do you notice what's missing? There's no blaming, no attacking, no emotional baggage. Just safety, leadership, and love. If your child asks, was it the other parent's fault? Then you can say, it's in the past. I won't put that on your heart. What matters is that you are loved, and I will always be here for you. Simple, clean, strong. But when your child repeats something negative, this is where many fathers fail. Your child returns home and say, Daddy, Mommy said something bad about you. Oh my goodness, your ego immediately wants to fight back, to defend yourself, explain, to correct the story. Slow down. A wiser response sounds like this. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, dear, you had to hear that. You don't need to carry adult words. You can love both parents. I know who I am, and I'll show you through my actions. That's power. Not because you won the argument, because you refuse to drag your children into it. Here's a simple rule. Before saying anything about the divorce or the other parent, hold there a second and ask, will this make my child feel safer or heavier? If it's safer, go ahead, say it. If it's heavier, swallow it. Not because you're weak, but because you are disciplined. Many people think strength means saying everything they feel. It doesn't. Strength is protecting innocent hearts, burden that they were never meant to carry. As Muslims, we have a responsibility beyond our emotions. Islam teaches truth, but Islam also teaches adab. Islam teaches honesty, but it also teaches wisdom. Just because something is true doesn't mean it belongs in a child's heart. Your child, her innocence, her emotional safety, her relationship with both parents is amanah or responsibility. Your role is not to recruit her into your pain, but to protect her from it. That is ihsan, excellence, leadership, fatherhood. So remember this. Never make your child carry your pain about the divorce. Never make her choose sides. Never make her responsible for your sadness, and never make your child feel guilty for loving both parents. Instead, protect her heart, innocence, and her emotional safety. Because long after the divorce is forgotten, she will remember how safe she felt with you. And that memory can shape her for life. If this message resonated with you, come and download the Muslim Man Rebuild Playbook in the description below. It's a free guide designed to help Muslim men like you rebuild confidence, emotional control, fatherhood, leadership, and purpose after divorce. And if you're serious about rebuilding your next chapter with clarity and structure, I'm going to invite you to apply for a private strategy call. Link is in the description too. Also, I'd like to hear from you. What's the hardest question your child has ever asked you about divorce? Or what question are you afraid they might ask one day? Leave it in the comments because I read every comment. It may become a future video that helps another father who is struggling silently. Assalamualaikum.